Well, the Israeli military says it carried out a ground raid on Hamas targets inside northern Gaza during the night. This footage is from the Israeli military. The raid comes ahead of what's expected to be a larger ground invasion. Benny Gantz, a retired army general and member of Israel's war cabinet, says if a ground offensive happened, it would be part of a process that would take years. Teresa is live for us in Ashdod in southern Israel. Teresa, first of all, what are the Israelis saying that they've been trying to achieve with these raids into northern Gaza?
Well, what we've been seeing in the past weeks are troops and soldiers and armored vehicles all moving towards this area, towards the border with Gaza, in order to launch a ground invasion. But that ground invasion apparently has been delayed for a while, and what we've been seeing are raids going into Gaza. We saw one a few days ago where soldiers entered northern Gaza. There was a fight ongoing there, and one Israeli soldier was killed. And what happened was on Wednesday is that tanks went into Gaza, apparently targeting anti-tank launchers, infrastructure, and also securing the area of northern Gaza. That's apparently being used by Palestinian fighters to launch rocket attacks against Israel. In fact, just in the past few days, we've been seeing an increase of barrage of rockets being launched towards this way. Just 5 minutes ago, sirens were on. People were running towards the shelters because several rockets have been launched. Some of them have caused some damage in central Israel. People have been injured. So it's definitely that's one of the priorities, tackling that immediately. What we've been seeing, since the October 7th attack happened is that initially the Israeli government was saying that they're going to go after Hamas, terminate with the organization, but also with the political structure. And now they're being more realistic. They're saying that this is going to take time, that this is going to be a long war, that people need to be patient, and that's what Benny Gantz was referring to, in a way warning the population that urban warfare, if and when the Israeli army goes into Gaza, it's going to be extremely difficult. And what he's also telling the population, many of those who have been evacuated from all around this area, thousands of people evacuated from this area because of the risk of an ongoing rocket attacks, but also the possibility of a ground invasion. They've been told that it could be months before they're able to return home.
Teresa, I understand that they've also been talking about the captives that have been held by Hamas.
Well, it's now been confirmed that the Israeli government is saying that 224 people being held captive in Gaza. And there's been lots of tension initially with some of the relatives of those who are being held in Gaza. People are extremely afraid about what they're seeing is happening in Gaza right now. Massive airstrikes. We're hearing right now the artillery fire being used to attack northern Gaza. Of course, they have their relatives there. They would like the government to continue negotiating so that those relatives can be released. The other thing is, earlier today there was a protest outside the Ministry of Defense in Tel Aviv, where dozens of people gathered there holding the pictures of their loved ones, asking the government to do much more. They want to see more negotiations. And the other thing they're saying is that they have buried enough people, and that's why they want the government to do much more so their loved ones are released.
Teresa, thank you very much indeed. Teresa talking to us from Ashdod in southern Israel.